72% of renters believe they will never be able to afford a home because of rising interest rates and home prices. And North Idaho is no different. However, it is also very expensive to rent a home up here. Rentals are above the national average in North Idaho. So you very well may be better off buying a home rather than renting. If you can afford it, buying a home is always better than renting a home for two reasons. Number one, every time you make that monthly mortgage payment when you're buying a home, part of that payment goes towards paying down the principal of the loan. Now, if you're renting, you're basically throwing that money away every month and it's not paying anything down. It's helping the landlord pay his loan down. Number two, your home is going to increase in value over time. Historically, homes always go up in value. There may be bumps along the road and a bit of a roller coaster ride, but when you factor in long term, the value will go up. So while you're paying down that mortgage, your home is also increasing in value. It's like a double whammy on building wealth for you. With that in mind, I'm going to take you to 5 homes today in Post Falls, Idaho that are priced under $400,000. And that may not sound cheap to you, but for North Idaho, that is very reasonably priced. So a lot of these are starter homes. The neighborhoods tend to have, the houses are closer together, the yards can be smaller, but these homes are all a great value right here in North Idaho. All right, let's go check them out. All right, I'm walking up on the first house of the day. We are just down the street from Prairie Falls Golf Course, which is a great location. There's some restaurants, coffee shops, there's a spa over there. So you've got some things like that that are right nearby. Spokane Street is just over here to my right. That's the next big street over there. And that will be the main thoroughfare down to Interstate 90. And if you keep going past 90, you'll get into the older part of downtown Post Falls and eventually to the river and Quemlin Park. So you've got all of that easy access. That's just a couple miles down that way to the south. This is the house right here behind me. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath built in 2012. It's 1,179 square feet. And this one is listed at $395,000. So this would be a good starter home for somebody. It's, like I said, a 3-bed, 2-bath. You've got some space for kids and a small yard. Let's see, 0.15 acres. So it is a pretty small yard back there, but nice quiet neighborhood. And all the homes appear to be in similar condition. So it would be a good spot for that family just starting out right here in Post Falls. All right, house number 2 for today's tour of homes under $400,000. What I like about this price range is that the square footage is decent for like a starter family. It allows people coming to North Idaho to get into a home up here, and that's the big thing because it can be hard to do since prices are generally pretty darn high. What you won't get in this price range is acreage, not with a decent house, or you might just get bare land for that price, but you're not going to get a decent house on acreage under $400,000 for the most part, especially when you're in that area of Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Hayden. It's just not going to happen. This next house behind me is right here. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath built in 2009, so a little bit newer than the last one. $1,145 for the square footage, and this one is listed at $380,000, probably because there's a train track right there. That raised gravel berm back there is a train. I don't know how often it comes through, but it does come through, so something to keep in mind. You are definitely getting a little bit better value because of that. And maybe it's the kind of thing that you get used to. Maybe they don't blow the horn coming through here. I don't know, but it is something to keep in mind. Trains run through North Idaho all over the place, and you got to kind of keep an eye out for where they're at. So if you're looking at homes, check out a Google map of the area first, and you can kind of see where those train tracks are and the proximity to them from the house you're looking at. next stop, we are in Treaty Rock Estates, which is a neighborhood here in Post Falls. And as you can see from the driving video, it kind of looks like a 55+ community. That was my first thought coming in here. It is not, however. It is anyone, any age can buy a home in here, so it just has that look to it because it used to be one. But the benefit of that is these homes are all very low maintenance, small yards, small driveways, so easy to take care of, especially with snow on the ground. So that can be a good thing for a lot of people. So this would be an excellent home for an older person, or once again, like a starter family home. Could be great for that. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, plus an office. I've been inside this home and it has lots of space to it. It's a great location, very small backyard, big enough for like a small dog or something like that, but not a lot of room in the backyard, so something to consider. This one sits on 0.12 acres, so it is pretty small, like I said. Let me head over here so you get a little side view of it as well. So it was built in 97, it's a little bit older. It does have a newer roof, new HVAC, so it's got some good features to it. It's been updated. 1,279 square feet, and this one is listed at $395,000. It's very centrally located here in Post Falls, so this neighborhood could be a good option for you. Like I said, nice and quiet. There's no through traffic coming through this area, and all the homes seem to be well maintained, so could be a good option for you. First thing I notice about this neighborhood is it feels more spacious. And I don't think it's the lot size, because this one's sitting on 0.15 acres. I think it's the street is much wider and you've got sidewalks, so it just feels like a bigger space, or more space in between the houses, even though that may not necessarily be true. But walking around, it kind of looks like that if you were to look here. And you'll probably see that in the driving shots as well. This one is a 3-bed, 2-bath right here behind me. It's built in 94, 1,216 square feet. Like I said, it is a small lot, even though it feels more spacious here. This one is listed at $395,000. Let me get out of the street so I don't get hit, and I will show you a little bit better view of that home. Looks nicely maintained. Good neighborhood here. Like I said, it's pretty quiet. Not a lot of traffic coming through other than that one car so far, and some mature trees, and centrally located here in Post Falls as well. All of these homes I'm showing you are within a couple mile radius, so they're all easy access to everything, including, you know, the freeway. Head over to Spokane or Coeur, either direction, you're good to go. Last stop of the day here in Post Falls. We're probably a mile and a half from the last house. So like I said, everything is very centrally located. This neighborhood is very similar to the last. It's much more open, big wide streets, sidewalks, feels really quiet. We're a stone's throw from Post Falls High School. It's right across the street over there. So location of schools is great. And this one is sitting on a bit of a bigger lot. It's 0.2 acres, bigger than the last ones that we've seen. Fully fenced. It backs up to some green space behind it, so you can see the sunrise from your patio, which is really nice. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, built in 2005, and it is listed at $389,000. Once again, could be a great option for you here in Post Falls, under $400,000. And I'd like to take an opportunity to thank you guys for joining us on this tour of Post Falls homes. We took you to 5 homes here in Post Falls, all under $400,000. There were more out there. So like I said in our last video, Post Falls could be a good option for those looking for a starter home, because you can find a lot more homes with better value. If you head over to Coeur, it's a little bit trickier to find a home under $400,000 right now. So that's it. Thank that to the interest rates. That's what's causing all of that. And the demand to get up here into North Idaho is still very strong. So it's driving that price up on all these homes. Thanks again, guys. Remember, if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho.